Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining today. Let's play some Victoria 2 with HFM as the Ottoman Empire. Last where we left off. See, coalition of socialist communist parties of one. Say capitalism. Okay. Last we left off, we're going to attack the French for Algeria. We're making him give back Algeria to Algeria because Algeria is in our sphere. We could conquer it ourselves. We could maybe puppet Algeria sometime in the future. It has us lose prestige though, which I don't want to lose. Although we do have the second most prestige in the world, so I mean it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So I need one more arty for this stack here in Europe. So we're just gonna be finishing up reorganizing our armies here. Let's see, you're supposed to go there. We're gonna finish up with the organization of our armies here. We'll start to organize stuff in Egypt, and then we're gonna build new armies. For now, though, I just want to work on this. I want to focus on this. On this war here. Transfer provinces. Okay, so I can declare a war and liberate country for Algeria. 34 war score. Could call the Germans. They would accept. Okay. Ottoman War of Algerian Freedom. Nobody should be protecting the French. Okay. So this should be a fairly quick war. We'll see what the French do. Who knows? Yeah, so we have engineers. We've got troops. Should be fairly quick affair. Can I change my message settings? Let me actually take a look here real fast. Best guess. Let's see, combat. Yeah, one of our units is attacked when enemy begins to occupy our province. Okay. Just to make sure that we see all the pertinent information. We take some attrition here just because attrition in the desert is pretty bad. We research stuff pretty fast now. We research things usually within a year or so. At least for these smaller, older techs. There's Belgian Congo. Damn, it's big. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could pop Algeria. We'll see. Oh shit, really? Well, that's not good. It's gonna call in the Germans. Because I'm pretty sure my troops would not be able to face off against the French troops. Probably should have had, I probably should have thought of that. Troops in the Balkans. So he's the war leader now, fortunately. That's fine though, he should accept. Germans are plenty powerful. Because these, wow, really? Is this all just infantry? Is it really? Kind of curious about that. If that's all infantry, Jesus, we actually might be able to defeat him ourselves. He's got better tech. We have better troops and such. Wow. I think it is just infantry. There's not even artillery in these stacks. Which is kind of amazing. Alright. We're gonna block in these guys. Okay, so this stack's ready to go. How did you get military access? Interesting. Yes, there's a huge conflict going on the border. I want to see what's up with this French stack here. We do get there faster. Okay. Okay, so we didn't enforce the war goal, so that's cool. Let's send these men. Do we need them here? That was a relatively quick affair, so that's good. We'll keep troops on the borders with the Russians. You never know when they want to declare war or something. Russia's always going to war with people. Okay, and then yeah, we were able to get Algeria back for the Algerians, obviously. He's still in a sphere. We're not going to ally him. We're just going to keep him as a sort of subject of ours. Away in our sphere. Make some really good money. How many capitalists do we have in the Empire? We have 5,000 capitalists in the Empire. Fucking Russians, man. Thank you, Germany, for helping me out. That was nice. Could I switch to... I don't know. I mean, so there's this guy's free trade, laissez-faire, moralism, limited citizenship, jingoism. So these guys would be liberals. They'd be more willing to pass political reforms. I don't like the laissez-faire, but I'll do it. Let's see. So taxes are now limited. Also still subsidizing imports. We don't want that. So our tax revenue plummeted. Like a 25% tariff. Okay, so tax revenue plummeted. Laissez-faire does help people out, though. We have some money to sustain this. What I'm hoping for is that we can pass some reforms, some political reforms in the upper house. Most people are socialists, but I'm guessing maybe the thing of a liberal party in power, maybe they'll support liberalism more. I don't know. I have a feeling though a lot of our factories are going to be unprofitable. We have some that are closing down. They're not as bad. I don't know, because the capitalists are fairly wealthy. They can just kind of do what they want. Place in the sun. We're gonna take that prestige. Speak softly or carry a big stick. Okay, so most of these stacks are looking good. Making some money. Not the worst thing in the world. Couple of factories closed down, but it's nothing crazy. I'm actually kind of impressed that our economy does okay. The capitalists going kind of crazy. Yeah. So all I want to do is I want to pass some political reforms. So I'm hoping if I suppress some of these movements, maybe we can get that. We don't have a constitutional monarchy. I think we have a semi-constitutional monarchy, yeah. Okay. So let's go and organize some of these stacks here. Let's get a couple of SARs here in Egypt. Make sure we fortify these southern positions, just in case we ever go to war with Anybody around here? Okay. So really only a couple factories are closed down, so that's good. So our for the most part, our economy is doing well. People are employed and that sort of thing. The tariffs are unfortunate. We probably could lower them a little bit. I'd prefer to spend less money, but... see, Palestine... Really? 10%? That's not bad. Lebanon? Let's try and encourage a couple bureaucrats there. Let's try and make some of these places into states. The Hejaz. Ottoman Basra? That's not bad. Syria, Baghdad. Yeah. Aleppo, 4.3% there. That's not bad. So if you encourage bureaucrats here and you're able to get them into the administration, then we can make those provinces into states. You can build factories. You can do all sorts of stuff. You get tax revenue from those states. Colonial provinces usually don't get tax revenue. You do get the goods, though. You do get the resources. You just don't get the tax revenue. So 1885, Homo erectus has been discovered. See, in Aleppo, I'm trying to get... Yeah, we actually can almost make Aleppo into a state. That's exactly what I want. So we'll just keep encouraging bureaucrats here until we get it. They have to be of your culture, though. Yeah, so we have 6% Turkish here, so... Yeah, really, we're just going to kind of go crazy in these industrial techs now. It'll make our goods more competitive, or it'll make our RGOs and everybody more productive. So... I don't mind running a deficit for a little bit as long as the tax revenue is able to compensate for it. The more money that goes to our pops, the more money they make, the better our tax revenues are. We can lower the tariffs to make things cheaper. Yeah, what do we spend on the Navy here? It's quite a bit. Those steamer convoys aren't cheap. So we're still importing regular clothes, tea, and liquor for sure. We definitely don't produce enough domestically. So that's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. And the Ecuador said some revolution. It's interesting, actually. Closed factories around our empire are closing down rather than being open. So that's curious. Probably because they don't produce enough to compete on the international market. Your pops will always buy domestically first, but you have to be able to produce enough for domestic demand. It's kind of an interesting thing about I mean I was researching this in economics, actually, in our economics class that I'm taking, and let's see, yeah, there we go. So it's like so in Victoria too, pretty much if you produce enough goods domestically, your pops will always buy domestic first. Then they will go to the international market to try and get these goods. So for example, the reason why they're buying regular clothes, tea, and liquor is because we do not have enough of those goods in our production to satisfy demand. So like if I go over here to regular clothes, right? So we domestically produce 3.1 regular clothes. Right, so you can see sold domestic, sold export, world market, actually bought supply, sold domestic 2.7. You know, so demand is way higher domestically than what we produce. Let's go for Iron Railroad. You know, so if we produced enough regular clothes, our artisans produce 0.038, and then our factories are producing some too. So we just don't make enough. That's just how it is. We don't make enough. Now the thing is, in the real world, that's not entirely how economics works. In theory, you won't always buy domestically first. You would actually just buy wherever the cheapest good is at the quality that you want. You know, so if I can go to Amazon or Walmart, you know, Walmart's got shitty clothes, but they're really cheap, or I can go to Amazon, you know, decent clothes, but probably a little more expensive. So we are researching this in economics, actually, and you know, there's something. You can compare basically the same product for the most part, and you can even have the currency that you're talking about. Say it was gold, right? Gold is a universal currency everywhere for the most part, and you can have two goods, say in Japan and America, same product, same quality, even the same price, but what you can actually discover that people will prefer to buy domestic goods rather than, say, buying it, you know, abroad and shipping it to you. And the reason why sometimes we think this is because of what's called the transaction cost. Is like you have to pay like sales tax on something, or even the idea of like shipping that product. Say it's cheaper abroad, but you have to ship it to your domestic country, already makes it too expensive. You might as well just buy it from your home country. So in a way, Victoria 2 actually models this very, very well, is that pretty much quantity is superior in Victoria 2. If you produce the good domestically, your pops will always buy domestic first and then go abroad for the good. Doesn't matter the price, right? Something could be cheaper abroad, they're still going to buy it domestically if you produce it. And the reasoning, I'm guessing, in Victoria 2 is because of transaction costs. The game simulates and thinks that your pops will prefer domestic just because of transaction costs. You know, that's just the most fundamental reason why they will always buy domestic, regardless of price. You know, because as you can see here, this is just a production tab. There's nothing about price, anything in here. There's no prices, there's no cost, none of that. It's just the amount. What do you produce? What's sold domestically because of demand? What's exported because that's the excess supply? It's literally all it is. The world market, this number here, is also really just based on supply and demand. It's not necessarily what it costs to produce that good. It's just how many people want it and how much is available. So like, you know, machine parts, tons of machine parts are produced and nobody really wants them that much. So the price is going to go down. It's just simple economics. Choose a trade policy. Tariff efficiency, maximum tariff, administrative efficiency. So it's I don't know, it's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting how Victoria 2 models things. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to look at. Let's see, are we able to get oh wow, there's like no accepted pops here. Aleppo, we may be able to get this actually. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we need a SARS. Yeah, so tariffs hurt our factories, but for the most part, we actually do pretty good. We're expanding some of these factories as well, so that's good. Could lower the tariffs. Yeah, let's lower the tariffs. I don't mind running a deficit for a bit. As long as our factories are doing okay, I'll run a deficit. That's fun. Encourage bureaucrats. We may be able to make Aleppo into a state, actually. It's getting there. We do have cores on the state. It is still technically a colonial state, but that's quickly going to change. So that's good. The only thing that kind of annoys me is that, like, for example, we as the Ottoman Empire have cores on this territory, so we can see it as like no dashed lines, but we still have colonial states in this territory, which kind of annoys me, you know. Okay, so the French still have cores here on Algeria. I doubt they'll have declared war, but I guess they could. Okay, so let's see, production. We produce no tea at all. Yeah, grain. Let's see, lumber. How many artisans do we have? Let's see, we have 717,000 artisans, and the number really doesn't increase or decrease that much. It seems to be overall increasing, so that's kind of good. It means our middle class is decently strong. Let's go for organic chemistry. We've actually been holding off on that for a while. When did we finish organic chemistry? 1887? Wow, barely a year. Not bad. So I mean, we were so behind on tech before. We were just so immensely behind on our technology, and now we're actually doing really good. We caught up quite quickly. We won't be able to research everything, just because the other powers have such an advantage against us. Let's take a look here. German liberation of Danish Schleswig. Okay, who's protecting the Danish? The Brits. The Brits are protecting the Danish. We may go to war with Britain, but I'd like to support the Germans. They're a useful ally. They keep people off our back for the most part. Schleswig-Holstein, there's a German Confederation. So it's not the German Empire. It's the German Confederation. Okay, make this into a state here pretty soon. Yeah, we can actually probably make Syria into a state, so that's good. That's nice. Yeah, Mashriki. Now, I mean, if we had, where's that decision? This one. If we had that, we would have Albanian, Bosniak, Misri, and Mashriki yeah, full rights to be granted to the Empire's minorities. Yeah. That'd be pretty nice. Pretty nice. So liberal popularity is actually declined, I think. It's curious. I think it's because our economy is doing so well, people have no militancy, really. Which is curious. So we're building some railroads. Holy God, look at this shit. Look at all those railroads that are being built by the capitalists. I don't have to do a damn thing. No state investment whatsoever is needed for this shit. The capitalists are just building them themselves. That's fucking dope. Means they have a lot of money. I'll take it. So it's interesting. A couple of our factories are actually closing down, but our industrial score is increasing. So we really, like, I guess you could say we don't have infant industries anymore. Let's see here. 515. We need engineers, I think. Let me get 4 engineers. I know, I think we also do need a couple arty. We need a couple infantry. I get like 2 infantry. Does anybody have engineers here? No, I don't think so. Do we need arty anywhere? Yeah, there. There, so we need 2 arty. We need engineers, a couple infantry, a couple arty. And then we can start making more armies. Okay, so let's make sure we fortify the fringes of our empire. Scribble for Africa. We actually boarded the Belgian Congo. Is Belgium protected by anybody? He's in the Dutch sphere. He's protected by satellite of Belgium. I wouldn't mind actually taking that. Fuck, dude. 4.68 million people live in the Belgian Congo. Italian Abyssinia. Whoa, demand concession against Persia was detected. Ooh. That's not good. You know what that means, boys. You know what that means. So Persia's in... Oh, Persia's not in our sphere anymore. The hell did you do, boy? Motherfucker, I can't protect you if you're not in a sphere. You piece of shit. Fuck it, if you want me to invade you, I will, dude. I'll fucking liberate Azerbaijan or something. You dumbass. Why'd you leave my sphere? Did he have a revolution or something? I don't think so. Piece of shit. We could liberate Iraq. Justify war. Make puppet. Demand concession. Liberate country. Punitive expedition. Could do that. Dumb motherfucker. Did you take attrition or something? Oh, we did. Engineers. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we could do something to this guy. I'm not really sure what. We could release Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan and maybe Iraq would have it'd be a little bit of a buffer state here. The thing is the Persians have cores on that land, so it's like, it's kind of annoying. I don't know. It's hard to say if it'd be worth it. Unless the Russians, I wonder what the Russians want to take. Persia, you're an idiot, bro. Let's go Greece. Are you fucking serious? Acquired the Greek Peloponnese? When the hell did the Italians... Italians got cores there. I'm actually going to decline that then. Greece, good luck. So the Italians are allied with the Russians. That's not good. He's not particularly powerful, but the thing is that we're still behind on technology. Okay, so what did the Russians declare for? The war, the Tabriz concession? So he's going for this. Okay, so he's expanding into Azerbaijan. It's unfortunate. Truly is. Yeah. I mean, even with the German alliance, the truth is we're not strong enough to take on the Russians and stuff. At least not in open war. Not yet. We don't have the military tech for it. We're not strong enough. Now, I don't feel bad. I kind of feel bad about leaving. I feel bad about letting the yeah, letting the Greek go, but that's fine. What can I do? If anything, we'd actually probably reconquer that. Okay, so the Italians have the Italian Peloponnese. Moved from our sphere. We could attack him. He's not protected by anybody but me. It'd be a lot of infamy, though, for, I don't know, an arguable gain, I guess. We could attack Persia ourselves, which is funny. Like I said, I don't really know who we would attack. So the Russians took all of this. The Russians took all of that. We could release, like, say, Iraq. Iraq's got a couple provinces here. We could also release, say, I don't really know if I'd want to, but we could release like Kurdistan or something. So here's Kuwait, Persia. Persia is not protected by anybody but me. I think eventually, I don't know. There's a lot of cotton here. Now that I realized it. Let's take a look at that. There's a lot of cotton. It could take like Khuzestan and Luristan. It's not a bad idea. Could do punitive expedition, force a country to negotiate an unequal treaty. Min concession. I gotta admit, for that cotton, I wouldn't mind taking these 3 states. Oh, son of a bitch. Fuck. So Persia's in the British sphere now. Unless you remove him, we may be able to do so. Yeah, so this is because of the yeah, the great game. Okay, that makes sense. Syria still wants an alliance. No. If the French try to retake that, though, we're definitely gonna have to take them out. Who are the great powers? Empire, Japan, the Netherlands, Ottoman Empire, Italy, Russian Empire. Okay. What's Italy's industrial score? It's pretty good. Let's get through this tree. And then we may go for some more army techs and naval techs from here on out. First, West Africa. And then we definitely need to get some more soldiers. Aleppo, we're about to make it to a state. Yeah, I'm gonna swap back to the I'm gonna swap back to the socialists. Well, no, okay, we'll stay liberal for now. That's fine. Jingoism, limited citizenship, moralism, laissez-faire, free trade. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. The free trade is actually pretty nice. Let's see, can I just like lower tariffs completely? Yeah, the free trade ain't bad just because it actually makes the factory cost for a lot of people cheaper. So, I don't know. Plus, I mean, we don't have to pay any subsidies. It's fine. Taxes are okay, that sort of thing. We could boost military spending up to 100% to get more soldiers, but that also increases the amount of people promoted to officers. So you don't always want to do that. Because you don't want your military to be top heavy. Too many officers. Okay, so you guys go over here. Looks like we have a problem buying canned food. Is it in high demand? I gotta make sure stockpiles of these resources are quite high. Very goods. Yeah, so we spent a shit ton on getting those stockpiles there. Okay, so stockpiles. What else would we need technically? So machine parts are definitely important. Machine parts are nice. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry about that. I forgot to do... That's just... Thank you for that subscription. I'm not streaming, but you guys will probably see that in the recording. Anyway, I'm going to take a break here, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon or via YouTube memberships down below. Or always hopefully subscribe as well if you guys enjoy the videos. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much.